Yo, what's up everybody? Pyrite Adventure 3 just got announced. I believe it got announced about a week ago, and I did record some of the reaction on my phone, but I didn't really have my voice to it because I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting it, so I wasn't like jumping out my chair like some of the other people. But overall, today's video will just be more of like just talking about what I played through. I'm gonna have some gameplay in the background so you know what I'm talking about, and basically it's just gonna be like a chill little video. That's all I got, but I hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, let's get started. So the first stage we'll be playing through is Beacon Highway, and what I basically got to say for the stage is kind of short, but overall it's pretty good. This is obviously a remix from, you know, Radical Highway from SA2. So overall, I think this is pretty good from what you're playing. Of course, I'm gonna say that because I'm your #1 Pyrite Adventure fanboy, but I personally and wholeheartedly believe that what you're playing here is really good. Like, I don't see any problems with it. And at first, when I heard the digital swirl engine, at least this was maybe last year or 2 years ago, back in 2021, when I heard this game was going to be powered through the digital swirl engine, I was a little excited. But recently, I wouldn't say I was like, you know, alarmed, because, you know, I made that video about all those digital swirl games, but I was a little bit skeptical, if you know what I mean. But overall, I think this game utilizes the engine pretty well, and I believe that it's been modified. Like, it doesn't play completely like the original Onset. It plays like its own thing, which is something that I really have to give praise to. Secondly, the graphics is something that I also want to touch upon. In Pyrite Adventure 2, and especially that review I made maybe about 2 years ago, bro, I'm not gonna lie, the graphics in Pyrite Adventure 2 aged kind of poorly. Like, I have to be completely honest, it aged kind of poorly. So coming back to this game, that's something that I looked out for, and overall I think that it looks pretty good. Like, it's not necessarily an HD version of the SA2 graphics, but it's kind of more like how do I word this? Modernified, or basically it's modern. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think it looks really good, and especially powered on Roblox of all things. I think this is really good, and honestly, I don't have any like problems to say with this stage specifically. I think overall what you're playing is really good. Like, there's no problems that I have to say. So before I stop talking, because what I'm gonna do for this video is, when I stop, you know, talking about my opinion, I'm gonna let the gameplay like finish up, so the people that can't play the game yet can see like what they're missing out, what to expect, and all of that. Because I believe everybody should just, you know, get that option to see the game. But overall, I'm really messing with this so far. As far as this, you know, the Sonic stages, if you can call it that, for this game, it's pretty good. That's just it. It's just pretty good. No problems over here. Yeah, I mess with it. That's all I gotta say.
I'll never stop my steps. I believe in myself. I know that I can. Sure
guys, so we're moving on to our second stage, which is Lost Ocean, for the Eggman equivalent of this game. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot what the original stage was called in SA2, but that doesn't really matter because we're talking about Pyrite Adventure 3. So the character we will be playing as I just said, was Dr. Baconhair, or the Eggman equivalent. And honestly, this is probably one of the funnest parts of the game. Like, I think he's just as fun as the Sonic equivalent. Noob is what his name was. But I have one singular problem. So when you play this gameplay, or play his stage or whatever, you press E. I think it's between E or Q that you can use to shoot your enemies, which is all cool and all. In fact, I enjoy this gameplay a lot. Eggman is one of my favorite characters to play as in SA2, but the main problem I have with this, like the biggest problem, is aiming it. And because this game, and I feel like with this game, shift lock should be a thing, at least for his stages, because it'll be easier to aim, your bullets or whatever to the enemies. Because in this game, you actually don't have shift lock. What you use instead is that you aim it with your mouse, like with the, right click. You right click, you press and hold it, and then you aim it, which is fine and all. In fact, I can probably get used to it, but I think for the ease of the player, I think it'll be better if you're just able to use shift locks to easily aim, because then you'll be able to rack up more points and all of that. So overall, it'll just be easier. I mean, I don't think it'll change the core gameplay like at all, but I think it'll just be easier, especially when it comes to aiming things that are like kind of far. Trying to use like the analog, not that, why am I saying analog stick? The right click is a little bit harder, and sometimes, if you have poor coordination like I do, it's kind of easy for you to like let go of the mouse and lose track of what you're shooting at. So that's really my only problem for Eggman, or Dr. Baconhair, whatever you want to call him. But other than that, the stage is like a lot of fun. Like, this is one character that I'm really looking forward to, because I was kind of skeptical, because I'm not gonna lie, like, even though I was, Pyrite Adventure 3, yada yada yada, I was skeptical on how they were gonna do these characters. I know the Knuckles and Sonic were okay, because we literally got a game for the whole Sonic portion, but my thing was, like, how are they gonna do Eggman? But I think this is really cool because it's a hybrid between actual SA2 Eggman and Sonic, that you're still roaming around. You can move at high speeds, but you're also shooting enemies and all of that stuff. I think that is really cool, and that's one of my favorite, parts of this game. One thing that I would, just to put it out there, but since the Eggman equivalent and the Sonic equivalent play similarly, what they can do is maybe like release like some type of DLC or something where you can basically play as Eggman in the Sonic stages. Well, I guess I don't know if that'll work because the homing attack, and not only that, they'll have to change the level design. But overall, with me not rambling, this is a very sick stage. Like, I mess with it like real heavy. So overall, I would, this is one character that I would push to play as. Like, if you don't want to play as Sonic, you better go play as Eggman. This isn't like me telling you, I'm demanding you, like, you better go play as Eggman, because this is pretty fun. Like, and that's really my only problem is aiming. Other than that, it's really good. Yeah, so here's the rest of the gameplay.
But now it's a water ride. Makes you wanna sit back, enjoy the life, and do things you like doing, get to shine. It's sure beats fighting with the foes all the time, but I gotta do it, they always stay out of line. Sometimes I wanna just chill and land, but I'm the protector of the emeralds and gems. I stay knuckled up, I'm in a deep cut. I'm seeing skulls that burn, they tryna cut me off. Avoiding my luck, I'm feeling kinda stuck. I'm in narrow hallways, running like it's a ball game. Hand tracks be tracking me to different doorways. In a maze, and I don't know what to do. Guaranteed though, I'ma find the emeralds. Don't call me Knuckles for nothing, I get loose. Sure beats fighting with them foes all the time, but I gotta do it, they always stay out of line. Sometimes I wanna just chill and land, but I'm the protector of the emeralds and gems. Stay knuckled up in a deep cut. I'm seeing skulls that burn, they tryna throw me off. Avoiding my luck, I'm feeling kinda stuck. Don't call me Knuckles, give me a box. so I'ma find the emeralds. Don't call me Knuckles for nothing, I get loose. Sure bees fighting with them foes all the time, but I gotta do it, they always stay out of line. Sometimes I wanna just chill and land, but I'm the protector of...
Alright, so last but not least, we have the Knuckles gameplay. And this part is going to be the shortest part of the video. But anyway though, this stage is called Crazy Canyon. I do not remember what this character's name was, but like I said earlier, he was the Knuckles equivalent. And, you know, you just gotta look for the Doge Pyrites. And overall, this is really good gameplay. Like, the things I have to say is kind of like, you know, it kind of seems like I'm saying the same thing in each part of the video, but that's because everything here feels kind of polished and it feels like really well done. I know this is the trial, they're gonna make, you know, changes and all of that stuff, but overall from what I'm playing and what I've experienced, this is a great game. Now, the one problem I have for this is that the Knuckles character, or whatever you want to call him, bro, I don't know, his voice, how would you put it? His voice direction is kind of weird. It kind of sounds too like gruffy, I guess. Like whenever you dig in the ground, like you gotta listen to it. I just hate the way it sounds. Like I just cannot go with it that well. But that's my only problem. Other than that, this stage was really easy. But other than that, yeah, I don't got no issues. This is really good gameplay. The Knuckles or even the treasure hunting stages were my least favorite part of SA2, so hopefully it's much better in this game, but overall I don't got nothing much to say. It's a good game, so I would say go check it out.